All right. We are live. We are broadcasting. Let me pull up the page here. Why do I not have this page up?
I'm not sure, Christopher.
So,
what's up, guys? I guess it's not. Is it 9 o'clock? It is 9 o'clock. How about that?
Time flies, man.
Another Q&A. We are talking about our upcoming PDR workshop this Saturday. So hope you guys are ready for some good information.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Mr. Dave O will be in the house on Wednesday.
Super excited.
Doing some hail cars with me, so it ought to be fun.
I'll be in Wednesday doing hail cars with you.
Just another week in Baltimore. He just needs to move here. Quit messing around with it, Chicago. Lights out in Maryland. We would be lights out. All the Dent Whiz would have to come on board.
Oh, you got this thing working. Okay. All right. So let's start it off.
We already did. You're late.
All right. So, like we always do, let's start off with a little bit of tools. First of all, thanks guys for coming on to another live show. It's June 18th show. So let's start off with some tools. So Dave, we're gonna pull you out. What do you have for us today, Dave?
I have nothing, Chris. What do you got?
I came prepared, son.
Typical Dave. So
I'm working. I'm always working. I don't have time to bring them out of the truck. They're just there, ready to go.
This is a valuable tool right here.
I got one of those.
A fresh business card.
I got one of those.
And you don't realize that.
No, I actually don't have any on me. I don't have any on me. I just looked.
You don't realize how important these things are. These are more important than your tools. I can fix a car with a flathead screwdriver. These things, if you don't have a good card, if you've got a Vistaprint card, you just print it off, and all of them look the same. You know, you've got the same paint guy, the wheel guy. Business cards make a big deal. So, you know, I'm big with business cards, the quality. I spend a little more than most, but it makes all the difference. This is their first line of defense. So when you hand these to the guys, you know, they're looking at them, they're like, oh, okay. He spends a little bit on his card. It's a nice quality piece. You know, it's a representation of you and your company. So business card, your first defense. Get a good business card. Dave O, I think I've got one of his cards over here. They're like,
mine are thicker.
His are like the yellow pages thick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
a
piece of cardboard.
Every time I hand them out,
yes.
Oh wow, this is a nice card.
You're already.
There's no gloss. There's no matte, or it's just all like a matte. There's no gloss. There's no beveling or whatever they call that. There's none of that. It's just the absolute thickness of it, and just that alone is so you compensate with all the other stuff minus the thickness, then I just go the other way, but I still get the same. Oh wow.
Exactly. It's a quality. It's all about quality. You know
you have because I like yours too. Like yours got the nice gloss. It has like the little, what is it? I don't know, what is that called?
It's matte and it's gloss, so it kind of looks like it's.
But hovering. It stands up a little. What is that called? There's a word for it. Anyway.
3D.
Yeah. You know.
I'm on it.
I'm looking for something, but
we know you have something.
You have a nice card, and then I just have mine are just thick, and same thing. Wow,
so it's your first line of defense. You got to have a good card. So if you guys are out there, get a good card. You know, spend the extra money. It's totally worth it.
What about you, Chris? What do you got for cards?
He's got a nice new card. It's
changed the design up a couple times.
I don't even have my wallet on me, so
we are well.
See if it's in my office.
We're well aware you don't have your wallet. You just hope they have Apple Pay.
My dad jumps on me like, man, yo, you will lose everything. I don't bring anything.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Look at that. Dave Johnson is on it.
3D. There you go.
And Jai, embroidery.
Close enough.
That would be a dope card too, though, if I could get some stuff embroidered on a card. You know, I did price out this aluminum card. So it's the same thing with the rounded edges. And I was going to do half and half. So half will be dented and half will be smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's $295 a card, minimum of $2,500.
Ooh.
So if you were closing some big time multi-million-dollar deals, it'd be totally worth it.
You
But
said $500, $1,400 for some cards.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. One day when I take over Maryland, we'll do it.
That's still a lot of money.
Well,
I have the best thing that I was working on today. So I was at a body shop, and of course, there's sanding, there's pounding, and I don't know. I really needed to focus on this Hail car. I had over 500 dents on the roof of this car, and I wanted to do it in one day. So I have probably about 10 different. I mean, I have the Beats, I have the AirPods, whatever they call them. I even have this whatever Bluetooth. But anyway, this is my go-to Bluetooth. It's called ISO Tunes. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it pretty much cuts down all the sound. I found this from a guy that was, cutting grass, and that noise, that kind of the engine noise of the lawnmower. So they're always cautious about their ears, but without, they're used. So without sharing, but there is the bud that goes into your ear. So I don't know, man. I just put it in my ear, and there is no sound.
What's the price on those?
I think they're about $79. Let me actually look it up here. But I got them on Amazon, so they're not that hard to find. It's ISO.
Can you answer the phone?
You can answer the phone. I don't know the quality of them. When you answer the phone, I really don't answer the phone with them. But they last pretty long. I just use them for the noise cancellation. They have some rating or whatever. That
between $60 to $90.
Yeah. So I had those for like a year. So but I actually use them when I'm riding my lawnmower. But today I brought them to work, and I didn't hear anything. So if any of you guys that are constantly working around hail guys, and you hear the banging, the beating, and you want to kind of isolate that noise, these things are stout. So ISO Tunes.
Got me some jury duty next week. How about that? Jury duty. The busiest guy in Maryland, and I get jury duty. And I'll get picked for like a month.
I just go in there and be like, I know him. I think I know him.
I'm hoping this guy like robbed a business, and they're gonna be like, "Are you a business owner?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." You carry a gun? Yeah.
All right, you crazy. Well, let's go over.
Yeah, we're doing the show at 9 now. That's awesome. Yeah, we try to help some guys out here.
Yeah, definitely. So if you guys have any questions, this is going to be a quick Q&A, bringing it back to how we originally started. The topic is just basically going over what we're going to be talking about during our workshop class this Saturday. So if you haven't signed up, I can quickly give you the link. It's pdrworkshop.com, and I can quickly give you that.
And then another thing, after the workshop, I know Dave and Chris are coming. A good buddy of mine has bought a Chemical Guys franchise and is having his grand opening on Saturday. So if you guys are coming, you're more than welcome to come with us up to that. He's going to have food. He's going to have a DJ, a lot of giveaways. It'll be a really good time. So the big car show, it'll be a good, good little shindig.
Nightcap.
Yeah.
Or nightcap.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I know a couple of you guys are coming
I'm
in
excited
town.
to come out. I was supposed to come out, guys. I was supposed to come out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just for the workshop. But then, as you guys have heard Ryan for the past couple weeks, maybe month, complaining and moaning, that he's just so busy. So I'm going to go help him out. I'll be there Wednesday, helping out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm actually going to fly my trainee in as well. So we're both going to be there on Saturday. He's going to learn some stuff. I'm going to be helping out, teaching some stuff. So anyone who's looking for more advanced techniques, anyone looking to, learn anything, tips, tricks, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Sorry for that link, guys. There it is, right there.
Should be. It'll be. I actually had one of my. I guess he's an estimator at one of my shops. Is looking to get into the business and is signed up today. So
nice.
We'll see. Should be a good turnout. Some good information. Some of you guys that have been pushing, it's just, it's always to get a different outlook. All Dave, Chris, and I have worked all together, and we all do things completely different.
Yeah.
So it's always a different perspective.
It's just fun. Like, I love talking about this with different people. I love talking about tools and how do you do this, and everyone has stories to share and tell, and you can really bounce a bunch of stuff off another person who's kind of in the same boat as you, and then learn and take that and form it and mold it your own way, which I love.
I had one of Chris's buddies, Brian, in town. He's a hail guy, and let me tell you, he saw that Carbon Tech rod. He was like a little kid in Christmas time. He's like, "What is that?" And he's like an old school dent guy with a fluorescent light bulb. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'll put my new light bulb in." I'm like, "They make LEDs." But let me tell you, dude is fast, efficient, and super clean. So it tells you, Yeah,
it's crazy because if you look at his cart, it is straight from Dentcraft. Maybe a few A1 tools.
Most of it was A1.
I saw the Dentcraft. I saw the door tools with Dentcraft, but then between Dentcraft and A1, but it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't any of this fancy stuff.
Not at all.
And I've probably had 10 hell guys work for me since I've been in business, and he is by far the fastest. So any guys chasing those
7,700 in 2 days. 7,700.
Yeah, that guy's fast. I'm telling you, man. I had a hard time keeping. I could not keep up with him. It is what it is.
I just kept feeding him one after the other. Here you go. Here, go here.
He spits him right out too.
So everybody loved him at the shops. He was quiet. A lot of that. That's the hard thing with hail is you get some of these guys up that can't handle that. You know what I mean? They can't handle the shop. They can't handle the difficulties, and Brian just kind of worked through it. So he's definitely my new go-to guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm stealing him from Chris. Chris is beat.
Chris is beat. I'm gonna call him and be like, "Nah, me first.
When he came to he got his check, and he goes, "You do realize you're like $250 more than I'm supposed to get paid?" And I was like, "Yep." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "When I call, you come." So you gotta tip him. Yeah, it looks like Dave fell off. He's having some issues with his internet. So with the workshop, it's going to be some little tips and tricks. It's going to be some introduction to just the PDR and it's, entirely glue pulling, estimating the different types of steel, how you handle those. So it should be good. We had one at Chris's shop before, and it went really, really well. So it'll be a good class.
Definitely. So the few things we're going to go off of is just the benefits of paintless dent repair compared to a conventional body shop. Because this is kind of the intro, guys. So if you're new to PDR or thinking about getting into PDR, this is the class. This is kind of the class for you. If you guys are already experienced to PDR, we're kind of tailor it, adjust accordingly, and try to get some information for you guys. And hopefully Dave is joining us, or even if you're a 1 or 2 year tech, jump on board if there's something that you've realized. I think some of the guys that work at dealerships, they pretty much have some insight on certain things that we may not. We may not know.
I don't know if Dave Johnson's going to make it or not. We were talking. He had some other stuff going on, but I haven't talked to him this week. So
okay.
Hopefully he is. He brings another insight to working. Yeah, he's been with Dent Wizard for 20 years. So
yeah,
that's another good insight in there to someone that's worked with a corporate company for so long and how things have changed in the industry and in the corporate end. So.
Yeah. So we're going to bang out these questions. So keep them questions rolling because we're just going over our workshop on this particular Q&A. So the best weld tail kit that you guys like.
Dentcraft.
Yeah, Dent Craft.
So you got a set, get that set. That set will get you by, and then you can start dabbling with the wider ones, the kind of funkier ones. But I think that standard Dent Craft set that they sell with, X amount of whale tails in it, can't beat it.
Now, I don't recommend getting the entire kit, like every 6 inches. Like, I don't see the need for that. Maybe a 24, maybe a 12, a little short, and then a 30, maybe a 36
dabble.
or 42. I dabble. I don't buy the whole set. It's just pointless to me. But
I think if someone's going to buy a whale tail set, rather than picking and choosing, I think having them all, and then having the ones that you don't use set aside, and then when you do need that one, it's there. That's me. I'd rather just have the whole thing. Like, oh man, I wish this was a little shorter. Mm-hmm. Oh, I wish this was a little longer. I'd rather have the whole thing, and if it's just sitting, then it's what?
The thing about a dent guy is, like, we just make it happen. We just, what is it? Improvise, So it's like, it's kind of like, if it's 2 inches too long, I'm shoving that tool in there or whatever. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I work.
But I think there are just certain applications. I think there are certain applications where that 2 inches, where you're hitting a window or you're hitting, the quarter panel, there's the access that you're given.
Just drill a hole. I'm just kidding, guys.
With a whale tail?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you can get the mini one in there, right?
3/4 inch hole, you can fit a regular whale tail in there.
I just say, if you have a bunch of whale tails, let's say you only had $600 to spend, and normally if you buy a set here, that's like $1,000 in whale tails. I think you can get away with about $600, give or take, if you piece together like some of the 1 inch standard whale tails, get like 2 wide whale tails.
Depends on what you're working on. Are you doing hail? Are you doing just retail? Are you doing lot lizard?
I don't know. I know. Going back to whale tails, I do like the ultra whale tails. I really do.
I got really nothing ultra.
I don't have any ultra whale tails.
I don't have any ultra nothing.
Oh, well, you're missing out.
So, hey,
but he still takes dents out fast. So, I mean, it's all about, I guess, what your preference, man. I do love
I'll put that on my Christmas list for you, Chris. Ultra tools for Ryan.
But I will say, I've never had a Dent Craft whale tail break, even those thin ones, man.
And I've heated them. I've heated them with a torch.
Man. I've had some ultras break, but like, again, I'll still buy them. Actually, they replaced the last one that broke for free. I don't even remember when I bought it.
Have one break. It the handle kind of broke. It didn't like break in the shaft. Mm-hmm. It was. I mean, that thing was. Richard replaced it right away. I kind of gave it its piece on Facebook, and Richard was like, "What's your address? I'm mailing out tomorrow." 2 days later, it was in my house. And they're awesome to deal with.
Now, for wide braces, they have that ultra wide. I do have the set for that.
Nissan,
I only use 2 of them, so
they are a beast with Nissan. The green and gray and the red and gray is all I use on the ultra wide.
Now, I particularly like the ultra shave tools for that. It has a 2.5 inch foot. That's what I like. It's about maybe 42 inches. But that's what I use. So short, long, and thin.
Excuse me, guys.
But the ultra. I'm sorry, not the ultra. The Dent Craft thin ones. Those are money. Those are good. I haven't found one that's as thin as those.
No, I don't have any ultra.
I'm sorry, the Dent Craft thin ones.
The super thin? Yeah,
they're super thin.
Bomb, man.
Yeah, those things are great.
I do a lot of Hondas. They work really well on Honda, door braces. So
yeah, that's good.
It's kind of weird on the screen. I got two Dave O's over here.
I'm having a bunch of issues tonight. I don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna sit here and just mind my business.
So it looks like I guess someone was asking
having anyone buy the Dent Craft whole set.
Come on, man. I'm trying to save $1 everywhere I can, man. I'm sorry.
I know you are.
I gotta pay for a lot. It's not just me buying tools. I gotta buy tools for everybody, so it's rough. But
somebody
we do
asked
have-
if they needed to bring tools to the workshop. I mean, if you want to bring tools, you're more than welcome to bring tools. You know, we are going to be fixing a couple dents, so
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I would, you know, like if you're driving your truck or driving, you know, and you're able to, you know, if you're driving, I would bring it. That's just me, you know, because then we can kind of cater to what you use and be like, oh, okay, this is what I would use. This is what I would use, rather than having tools that you don't use.
Yeah.
But if you're flying or something, if you are flying or something like that, we're gonna have stuff provided for you. So
yeah, we got lights. We got Pro PDR lights.
I got a bunch of brand new
lights.
limited lights for the workshop right there. So,
and
a limited glue gun. So if you guys have never used an limited glue gun, I've got one of those too that James Lee sent over. So
hopefully all your batteries are charged.
They will be. They will be.
Yeah, you guys will get a chance to remove dents if you guys want to. Like I said,
we're gonna practice on Chris's new Transit. I think we're gonna smash his fender and show you what some large damage looks like.
Yeah, it's white, so if it is messed up at the end, you'll be good.
White is right.
We're gonna get Kyle to fix that one, or what? Because
I mean, yeah, we could. We could give some advanced training for the 1 month or the 1 week old tech.
Yeah,
I put him on a body line today. He's never worked on a body line. He's never worked on it with a flat bar. We're on a retail customer's car. I said, there's a dent right there. You know exactly what to do. Here's the tools that I would use. Fix it. You know? And then so it's, and you know, stuff like that, kind of just real world, you know, situation stuff. It's fun. Scary for him, but it's fun.
I had my new helper kid glue pulling a roof on a black hail car today, all by himself. Never even touched a dent ever. And I said, put glue in the center of each one with this tab and figure it out. He didn't do bad.
Yeah.
He didn't do bad.
So Slick said, how often do you guys use caps on tools? Do you go capless only to finish?
I'm an R4 guy.
Yeah.
I have this ultra single bend that has like the little ball at the end, but it's for the rubber cap.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little single bend rod. That one always has a soft tip on it. Then I do have a couple double bends that I'll put interchangeable tips. It honestly, it's like, it just depends on the damage. That's all, I think, damage dependent. If I'm going to go in soft, if I'm going to go in with metal.
I use a lot of sharp tools. A lot of times I really shouldn't. You know, go right in with the sharp stuff. I love those Turkish, the Mark Turk, you know, set. That set from PDR Finesse is phenomenal. I mean, it's there's nothing like it.
You know, I have chair tips, I have red caps, I have black ones.
And Dave, you do use a lot of those chair tips, because I was using R4 and you're like, where's the chair tips? You don't have anything but the chair tips.
Because it gives, I think to me, it gives that an even wider and to me almost even softer push than an R4.
Right. Yeah.
But that's just me. You know what I mean? Everyone's different. To me, it's like you're just gonna push more than I will. You know, and if you use an even fatter tip, you're gonna push less than that. You know, you're moving more metal all at once.
I think also we kind of know what that tip is gonna do. So, like you said, it's dent dependent. But like an R4 is gonna react completely than I call them the push caps from Ultra. Sometimes I wrap it up with tape. Even sometimes I'll go, instead of, you know, maybe six or seven, you know, kind of loops around the tool, I'll break it down to just 3. Just I want it to be sharp but not too sharp. So I think we all kind of know our tip selection. We know how it's gonna play out. I think on stretch stuff, I do sharp to a certain degree. So
I tell you, Saturday, for the first time I used it, Chris, do you remember that heat lamp that was it the Kiko training for Keystone?
Oh yeah, the one that you can just fan and all of a sudden it heats up.
I got one of those.
Oh, nice.
And it's amazing. I had a really nasty dent on a pearl white liftgate to where you could see a trailer hitch hit it and just made that really nasty crease that's really deep, but you know, the dent's probably this big, but the center is just so crushed. This heat lamp, it's UV. It's like
UV.
ultra radiant. You turn the switch on and it's hot. I mean, James was with me Saturday, and I mean, this thing, it worked really, really well. So I'll try to remember to bring it just so you guys can see it.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's expensive.
That.
They're like $600.
You like fan it for like 20 seconds,
Yes.
and then probably less than that, and the panel's already heated up. The whole entire panel. it's
so,
crazy.
My shop, they're putting together a couple of those kits. So they went. There were two different. There was an Australian model and a Chinese model. So we're trying to figure out which one we liked. They're around the same price, and we ended up going with the Chinese model. But it's if you're inside in a controlled environment, and same thing in Maryland, there's a lot of humidity. For glue pulling, this thing will take the moisture right out of the air. I mean, it is an awesome tool. So, but it is super expensive.
Yeah, UV.
But I did it on a pearl white car, and I'm usually terrified of pearl white with a heat gun or a torch. And I mean, this thing, it's my ticket now. So
A little off topic, but Ryan, there's that GoPro. Yeah,
buddy. That was
GoPro is down, yo.
That was our day.
I have the footage. Yeah,
that was the day that my truck broke down. I'm still waiting on the vid.
It's coming. I just got the footage today. I was like, let me find this GoPro. Today I will find this GoPro. It dropped and it shattered just like an iPhone.
Does it still work?
Are they replacing it?
It's I don't know, but it still works.
Well, could like a cell phone place like fix that? Like,
I haven't even looked, but I mean, it still works.
The screen works. No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's still touchscreen. I mean, it still works.
You're fine. Oh yeah, you're good.
I don't know.
Chris will need 13 stitches at the workshop after he cuts his fingertip off.
It's okay.
Put some tape. Yeah.
Test the tape on that bad boy.
So, do any of you own the K-beam, and how much time is it saving you a large damage?
I don't have I don't know if the beam and the bar are the same. I have the bar. The last time I used it, there's a video of it on my YouTube channel on this nasty RAV4 deck lid. And that was just to really pull the bulk. It saved me time by not having to slide hammer and just like yank the damage, and just I could really be controlled with where I wanted to pull. I could be controlled. I could be controlled on where I really wanted to pull. So that I think was a time saver within itself.
Yeah,
I could have put a bunch of tabs on there, yanked them all, got all the damage up, whatever. But this was nice, controlled. I could see everything moving as I was using it. It doesn't get used often, but when it's there and you have it, not bad. It's nice. It's definitely nice to have.
I have this set up.
If you have other stuff that you need for your tools or for your toolkit or arsenal, like go get that first and kind of leave that on the back burner. But if you're looking at it, and you got the money to kind of spend on it, that mixed with the Kiko Super Tabs, the great combo. And the Centipede too. The Centipede for creases, same thing.
I know I preach this all the time, but this deck lid I did on Saturday. That's the one with the trailer hitch that hit it in the center. It's pretty nasty damage.
Mm-hmm.
2 pulls with cold glue, 75% of it was fixed. I had that really sharp, nasty stuff in the center and a damage above the body line that was fixed. So $450. It was done in less than 40 minutes. So
it would have taken me 45 if I had.
I know.
All good though, that's all good.
Come on, I'm telling you.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's what I got to work on. Hold on, Kyle. Hey, can you get up the heat gun real quick? All right. So this is how it's gonna.
It makes all the difference.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Boom.
It makes all the difference.
Hey, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it at the class. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Smash your fender.
You want to do a test?
I'm gonna smash
We're
his
not
fender.
smashing my fender.
I'm gonna smash his fender, and I'm gonna show you what we can do with cold glue.
And Kyle, go get the heat gun. Kyle, go heat up the gun.
I'm gonna break out my fancy light and my cold glue.
I think we should do something like that. I think we should
We're
have
gonna smash
two people in 2 cars pull up at the same time and go.
Wait a minute. Dave's driving a rental car. We smashing that.
He's not driving a rental car. He's riding in my truck.
Okay, well,
What?
your truck is the victim right now.
No.
We don't have a rental car?
All right, so Jonathan said something. He had a question here. Oh, what's the name of the cloak?
We'll get a rental car. We'll be all right for the day. We'll be fine.
Excuse me. What's the name of the cold glue? That's
Sticky tab tape. I get it from Brandon David.
Sticky tab tape. So
now it comes. It's actually on the super tabs, the Kiko Ice super tabs.
And if you tell Brandon you heard,
yes,
about it,
he will give you the Memorial Day discount. So he's doing a huge deal. So just tell him you heard from the PDR workshop, and he'll give you the Memorial Day discount.
Yeah. Nice. He also says what we expect from the class. I don't know where you're at, Jonathan. Is he pushing? Did anybody know?
No clue.
No. Yeah.
It's
I can go over like our little topics. We could just go over a little information, right? So it's just an intro to PDR, you know, the differences, you're understanding the fade board, you know, how I look at it, how Ryan looks at it. I think there is similarities and differences too. The difference in metal, this new metal that's coming out, we're doing glue pulling techniques. Ryan's gonna talk about cold glue and you know how it works for him. We're gonna talk about creases. We're also going to be talking about crown work with examples and how we knock down crowns and certain crowns. We're going to talk briefly about estimating. We really don't like to give out pricing, but we're going to talk about the price guide that we use, and you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But we're going to be talking about Mobile Tech RX and some of the features that we probably can't show you while we're here. And then the things to watch out for at PDR, like fresh paint, crack paint, the laminate glass,
flat finishes,
some tips about flat finishes. And then we're going to do some Q&A and pretty much just hang out and have lunch. So that's pretty much the class. And like I said, we do tailor it to the group that's there. If it's a more of an experienced group, then we'll go into more detail and kind of skip over the fade board and all that stuff and kind of play around and smash Ryan's fender. So that's pretty much the day. And Ryan said, we're going to go off to Chemical Guys, which I believe is about 40 minutes away. And we'll probably hang out there, grab dinner after that, and kind of just hang out. So that is pretty much the workshops.
It's gonna be fun. I don't know if you haven't been to MTE, this will be, I guess, I don't want to say it's gonna be like kind of like a mini MTE, but the atmosphere is gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be something sort of like it's a bunch of guys talking about everything that we do every single day. The fun, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the struggles. And then, you know, me personally, I love talking to these two because they do things completely different than I do. And it just gives me ideas that I can then mold for myself and then, you know, better myself in this industry, either with the damage, the back end, you know, like the front of the house or the back of the house, kind of like a restaurant, you know. We all run our restaurants differently, you know, and we all do things differently, but we try to deliver the same product, which is just a good end product. Having multiple guys there who all do things differently, it can get fun. It can get really, really fun. The conversation.
You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot.
And you know what it does? It opens up for you guys to meet other techs and build the relationships like we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we all met on social media. I mean, and we literally talk. We have our Gary V talk every morning, you know, in one way or the other. So, you know, it's a good way for you guys to meet other dent guys and run things, you know, if we have an issue or like Chris is like, we're calling Brian in for you. And he called Brian on 3-way and Brian was driving to Baltimore in 20 minutes, you know. So a lot of it's your network. if you don't have a network, man, it's so difficult. You know?
So Jonathan, that's a great question. That's kind of where we want to grow with that. We want to get this workshop, make it pretty big, where we have Mobile Tech RX. What is his name? Michael, I believe, or his name.
Mobile Tech, John.
Yeah, John. We want either A1 or Stanliner. We want to get tool manufacturers, anybody that represents the PDR industry. So it's going to grow. This is a free workshop we give out for free. I think one of the reasons that we do that is to get people interested into this industry, and the guys that are kind of wondering. This is pretty much a free course. All you got to do is get here. So no one else does it. You can actually, touch the tools. We can explain to you how we would use them. It is definitely a formative.
And this,
experience.
on our end, this is 2 years in the making. You know what I mean? I mean, it's 2 full years of us. We did a couple of the classes for the insurance companies. We did a PDR 101 at Chris's shop. So it's not like we just came up with this idea. It's just 2 years of slowly grinding it out and trying to figure out what works.
And Slick said it, you got to keep an open mind. Dave, I know you got a guy that works there, works for you now. And Ryan, I know you got a helper that comes in. But how often do you eat lunch by yourself?
What do you mean?
0? Like in the truck, right? I'm in the truck eating lunch. Well, that too. But the truth about the average PDR guy is we're technically always eating lunch in the truck. We're not going to happy hour. We're not going to lunch with the office mates and spending an hour. You're eating lunch in the car. You're constantly on the go. So to interact with other dent guys,
one off chance that you may go to a Tilted Kilt or a Hooters, okay, every now and then, but for the most part, Ryan over here trying to bust my balls. No, for the most part, yes, we are lonely. It's out here. We're eating by ourselves.
A lonely world.
It's a lonely world out here. Pockets of lonely at the top. No,
I literally was in my car today, answering emails, eating my Chick-fil-A, and I'm just like,
I'm doing this. I'm usually like this, driving, eating, and texting.
Yeah, on the phone with one of us.
Yeah, so definitely.
If I'm driving through a drive-through, when I do sit, that iPad is also in my lap, and now I'm writing estimates that came in from the morning.
Right.
So it's just it's literally just nonstop.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, like you said, it's nonstop, man. The phone rings. I'm trying to swallow food while I'm answering with the customer. It's just, so to get together is just a different thing, different kind of vibe, I would say. 20 minutes left in this video. You guys go for sharing knowledge. Oh, thank you, Slick. Appreciate it. Thanks, John. Yeah, thanks. But yeah, hopefully you guys come. I'm gonna leave the link again. Please, if you can, if you're, give us a thumbs up if you can. But if you can share that link, that would be great. Either on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Maybe some bodymen that that is interested in PDR. The more that this grows, the more tool manufacturers will come out, and we're actually slowly working on guys actually sending us tools, so we can show you while we're there. We have to send them back, but I think Ryan, you have a bunch of stuff from Dent.
Yeah.
We were actually in talks with Stanliner, and hopefully he jumps on the next one. Just to get us some tools. He's short a bunch of tools, so there's no way we can actually borrow tools. So, but yeah, we're trying to get guys to come in and at least have it on the table for you guys can put your hands on them. So, this is going to be a great event, I think. Get new lights put up at the shop. Hopefully they up. Oh my god, that would be nice. But any other questions? We're coming close to the end of the show. We want to keep it kind of brief. We need to work on this PowerPoint presentation tonight. But if you guys have any questions, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And you guys have the floor now. Wait for some questions to come in. Unless you guys, Ryan and Dave, you want to talk about something?
Tired.
I was trying to bring this up here. If you guys do have questions during the week and stuff like that, someone just it was not too long ago, but I don't know if it's like a full essay of like, yo, you guys are doing awesome, blah blah blah. Like, yo, but I have these questions, and like I told them, send me your email, like, and I have no problems with whatever stuff people come up with. Like, I have questions. When I have questions, I'm calling one of these two. Like, I'm calling one of these guys to give me the information or the answer to the question that I need. So if you guys have anything or don't have anyone to kind of like rely on, quote unquote, hit us up. Like, we have no issues with emailing
Just
you back,
call.
DMing you back. Call. I mean, whatever's easiest.
I have it's sometimes we've all been so busy. So we've got this class coming up. So there's a lot of preppers that, prepping for that. I'm in the middle of this hailstorm. We're dealing with that. I've got a buddy that's opened up a chemical guy store. So that's what I was helping him this evening. So we're all busy. So if we don't get right back, it's not that we're not trying. It's just the last month. It's been a little crazy for everybody. So just bear with us.
Yeah. But I mean, I love like when I get little stuff like that. I'm like, yo, you're asking a lot and I have no problems with answering you, but I got to type it out rather than actually talk to you. So just give me some time. But I said, yo, send me your email. And when I actually have time to sit down, I'm going to answer everything that you ask me questions about. And hopefully I can help, and hopefully it works for you. I mean, the guy I think was in Canada or something like that. He's all the way in Canada doing his own thing. Like, yo, yeah, this is what we do here. This is what I do.
Yeah,
Chris does things differently. Ryan does things differently.
There's
5 guys in this chat, 10 guys in this chat, 15 guys.
Man, his internet is jacked.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But we understand what you're saying, Dave. It was all in good heart.
Man. Yeah, we don't exactly. What is he talking about?
I'm trying to spit knowledge over here. Did it work? Did I connect?
You did.
Am I good?
Connected.
I switched over to another. Now I got like 17 networks over here.
Like, that Comcast, man. You better switch over to that Fios.
I need to go back to AT&T. Guys, Xfinity, garbage.
Yeah, definitely. So James was asking, where do you see the industry in 5 years? You want to wrap it up with that?
5 years, we're going to be good.
It's going to be a lot harder.
I think 5 years, we're good. We're still good.
It's going to be
10 to 15, 20, like 10, 15. I think the challenges are really going to start coming.
Cars, it's just going to be harder. We're not going anywhere. Cars are lasting longer. People aren't getting rid of cars as fast. So, I mean, you're still going to have the...
But in 10 to 15 years, they're going to be buying the cars that are coming out now. Like, oh, that's a 2018. Like, oh, that's a 7-year-old car. That's an 8-year-old car, but it's still a badass car, like, or whatever it is. It's still a nice car. So, like, I think that, because it comes to like affordability, right? Like, someone's not going to go buy a 70 grand, 80 grand, if they could, and the average consumer is not going to go buy that this car. But that car will become cheaper and more affordable, and then we'll be working on it 5 years later, 7 years later, 8 years later, when it still only has 40,000 miles on it, but it's a 2018.
The newer stuff, I think, is going to start being more challenging.
Yeah,
more aluminum.
I think it's definitely going to be
high strength steel. It's just, you see it evolving right now to where it's just.
Well, what's that? Wasn't that a Tundra or Tacoma or Chevy you showed me the other day, Ryan?
Yeah, it's the new Silverado.
That's what it
was. Aluminum hood, steel fenders, aluminum doors, and aluminum tailgate.
The tailgate, yeah.
High
and it's a
steel
weird
roof.
tailgate too, right? Isn't it like some like fold out, fold in, great? Like
they didn't actually release that, so it looks like a Ford tailgate. So
that's gonna be hell to take apart.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not.
Van all the way, Jonathan. I have a truck and I have a van. Van all the way, buddy. Little transit van. I'm sorry, those things.
And if you can't get the transit, Honda Element. works just as good.
I think a truck with the old man cap will be just fine.
Oh gosh. Let me know where you're going fishing on
well,
Saturday.
Jonathan, if you're gonna be there, I have my van. It literally just has my tools in it, and Ryan will bring his truck, so you can kind of compare.
Tim's asking, why are truck door dents so freaking hard to push? Because they suck.
Yeah,
I hate trucks.
It's leverage. I mean, for me, it's a lot of time it's the height. The way I'm pushing up and over rather than like it at my chest, and I have all
the body lines are low. They always get whacked. I mean, my area is loaded with pickup trucks. That's all they sell. It feels like. So,
even on a step stool, it can get tough.
They're terrible, man. Trucks suck.
Yeah.
You know, I just did a brand new Silverado, like brand new. I mean, I think it had 200 miles on it or something. I was like, had like 5 dents in the hood, but they were all towards the center and all towards the cow. And I said, I need the hood off. The insurance company's like, why? There's only 5 dents in it.
I can't reach. See these little T-Rex arms?
See these little things? You see these little things? They don't work like your things. So, you know, it's. I didn't want to scratch you guys' fender.
Of course.
So
if you're able to get it off, take that hood off.
Yes.
And Ryan always does. I could never walk into a shop and say, "Get that." You'd be like, "No, like for real? Like you could." Ryan's like, "No, I need the hood off."
Take that off.
Okay, yeah, sure, Ryan, no problem. Here, I'll put it gently on the stand for you.
It looks like Slick is asking about the slapper tapper.
I don't have that.
I have used it on the backside.
There's a learning curve, I know for sure with it. There's a couple guys that I know locally that have it, and they said at first they didn't like it. They didn't like it. It marred the paint, and then just over time they said it's a strong learning curve.
I can tell you. I have a piece of leather on mine,
right?
And I'm about to take it off and polish it because I believe that's why it's scarring. But yeah, it's good for crowns. I do like it on certain crowns though. It's not my go-to for crowns. I don't pull it out that often, to be honest.
Dingbat, I'll make sure I bring that too. That thing is awesome. It's you got to see this thing. Dave Johnson from Dent Wizard created it, and it is an awesome tool.
I like it. I just don't like the Kiko tip, man. I think the Kiko tip is too soft of a metal. If they make that exact tip out of different metal, perfect. Mine just, you drop it and it picks up every paint. I drop my knockdown, that whatever is hardened steel, whatever, that bad boy does not scar at all.
I'm using a VIP that's not even shiny anymore, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, it just.
I love it.
Well, it's so small though.
That knockdown.
I don't even have a VIP. I need to get one.
Oh my! Please go get it.
I've been telling you guys for 2 years. I was like, "That's the best knockdown ever." You're like, "Oh, I love the twisty."
No, I'm over the twisty. I'm over it. I'm VIP all the way.
Jaws
where can they check this ding back up?
It was limited production, but it is currently in the works with a manufacturer, so you'll know soon enough. I don't think it's fully released yet, but it's in the works with one of the newer tool manufacturers.
Could he still get one off? Could he still get one before that?
I don't think so. I don't think Dave has any more left. It's Dave Johnson from Dent Wizard originally created it. Something with the weight. I mean, it's an awesome tool. Obviously, all I fix is busted roofs, so for me, it's an awesome tool.
It gives you that reach.
Yeah. Starting with these.
Cool. Well, hopefully, we didn't miss anybody's.
I don't know if you're coming to the workshop. I'll make sure I bring it just so you can see it and touch it.
9 o'clock at night. People still trying to get their dents fixed.
All day long, baby.
All day long.
All right, guys. We are going to call it a wrap. Ryan, Dave, you want to plug yourself? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, please, guys.
Windy City Dent Repair. YouTube channel is really what I'm trying to push right now. Instagram's been kind of pumping. Facebook's, got its own place. But YouTube, if you guys haven't checked anything out there, I'm really trying to get some good stuff going on YouTube. really follow me after my protege or my mentor, my whatever you want to call it. I guess, yeah, right here, Chris, who's leading the pack.
Hey,
So I'm following after him.
Get it right. It's YouTube, Chris.
It's
YouTube.
It's not even Chris. It's the YouTube guy.
The YouTube guy, Chris here. I'm trying to follow him. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, Windy City Dent Repair. And I'm trying to get Ryan up on it too. So we got a whole little chain effect going on here.
We're getting there.
Man.
We're getting there. It's slow
And if
moving.
you guys
But
are
I'm
not on
getting
YouTube, jump on YouTube.
I am getting a lot of likes. So it's my 2 little videos that I've got up there. Appreciate it, guys. I'm sure it's you guys doing it. I mean,
Instagram's been pumping. I've been trying to put more stories out too, just kind of what's going on daily, and then that's all intertwined with everything else. So,
150 views in 1 week.
There we go, Ryan.
Pretty good.
Nice.
So
Ryan's killing it.
We're getting there. So, RPS Dent Repair, like same exact shit Dave says. You know,
but I'm not on LinkedIn. Ryan's on LinkedIn.
I'm on
so
LinkedIn.
we're a little more professional, guys.
Get that LinkedIn.
Ryan,
Get that LinkedIn.
and LinkedIn.
So RPS Dent Repair, Dent Specialist. You know, that's it. That's all I got for you.
And Mr. Ray.
Chris,
YouTube.
Dentless Touch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and this new thing, Flickr. So I'm trying to revive Flickr solely.
What?
Don't
Are
think
you?
But hey, I'm on it. Find me at YouTube Touch on Flickr.
RPS Dent Repair on MySpace. Same thing.
Yeah, right.
Yep,
You can hit my photo bucket. My photo bucket will be there. Windy City Dent Repair.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you,
Greatly
guys.
appreciate the love, guys. See you guys next week. Thank you.